You are welcome to this channel. Keep liking, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you share. Rivers political crisis takes new turn as tensions ease amid peace overtures. According to reports from The Guardian Nigeria on Thursday, May 22, the prolonged political standoff in Rivers State appears to be shifting towards a more conciliatory phase. Following months of tensions and public confrontations between opposing camps loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and the embattled governor, Siminalayi Fubara, recent developments suggest a noticeable reduction in the intensity of the verbal attacks that have dominated both traditional and social media platforms. Supporters from both factions, previously known for their fiery rhetoric and confrontational stance, are now sharing more moderate messages calling for calm and dialogue. This change in tone follows an appeal by Governor Fubara to his supporters roughly 11 days ago, urging them to de-escalate tensions and allow peace to prevail. Similarly, Wike recently made remarks downplaying any personal conflict with the governor. In a widely discussed interview, the FCT minister described Fubara as his boy and son, insisting that his real issue lies with certain individuals in the governor's circle whom he accused of trying to benefit unjustly from the system. Insiders indicate that behind the scenes meetings have been taking place between the two political heavyweights in a bid to resolve the impasse. Though details of these discussions remain undisclosed, the shift in public messaging suggests that reconciliation efforts may be gaining traction. However, the peace process is not without its challenges. A recent interview by a lawmaker in Port Harcourt, who outlined specific conditions for reconciliation, has sparked controversy among political stakeholders. Some of the conditions were perceived as unrealistic or one-sided, drawing criticism from various quarters. One of those who spoke out against the outlined demands is Chizie, a prominent member of the All Progressive Congress in the state. Enyi faulted the former Imohua local government chairman for attempting to dictate the terms of peace, warning that such an approach could derail genuine reconciliation efforts. Those were some of the submissions as regards the reconciliatory moves by Wike and Fubara. And of course, we've been seeing that, truly speaking, there has been less noise, less tension. A lot of overtures are coming down. That there is peace already, based on what we have read now. That the governor specifically told his own supporters to tone down every form of attack and begin to allow for peace. And while Nyesom Wike too, in a public interview, has said Fubara is his boy and his son, but then his concern and his fight is not towards Fubara, but towards some people who want to reap from where they did not sow. His belief and his stand is that they are like political vultures who will just come in and begin to take from where they did not kill. They begin to take even from what they did not do. And he felt that to a large extent it's going to affect him. If we could trace the matter back, we knew that long time, about over a year now, there has been this problem between Nyesom Wike and Governor Fubara. And Wike, some of the things he was saying there was that some of the structure that he has put on ground, some people want to pull it down. It might not necessarily be Fubara, but it's easy for these people to use the fact that they are loyal to Fubara to cajole Fubara and then begin to work against Wike. And for Wike to dictate the hanky-panky, he quickly switched into action and began a serious fight against Fubara, because that's the only way to even get to these people. They are serving as fifth columnists and they are difficult to detect because they are already in their camp. Remember that Wike specifically brought Fubara to power. So there is the belief that there should have been a good relationship between them, being the predecessor and then Fubara being his protege. But then it was, a shock and a surprise to the whole society that a Wike that brought a Fubara to power and is now having problem with Fubara. And Fubara, who too was brought to power, is now having problem with his own boss, Wike, because they've been working together not today. Fubara has been in his own cabinet for all the 8 years, and now that he has handed over to him, the expectation is that it should have been a continuation of Wike's legacy. But for a fight to now come up after almost 1 year is a very serious matter. But the beauty of it is that there is peace now. Even though before they could achieve this peace, the fight has cost them a lot of things. Number one, it has cost Wike his structure. Number two, it has cost Fubara his own office with all the paraphernalia and the enjoyment that is agreeable to it. Number three, it cost the members of the State House of Assembly their own seats too because they are suspending. And number four, it's costing the people of Rivers State because the dividends of democracy seems to be elusive. They are far from getting what they expected to get. And to add salt into injury, it brought state of emergency even onto their state. Imagine such a state, Rivers State, with the number of elites they have, the civilization there, with a lot of resources and industries, and we are now saying there is a state of emergency because of what? A simple feud between two men. And as a result of that, it has affected the smooth running of government in that state, and it has also resulted to suspension of democratic principles and institutions for now, for 6 months. I'm imagining 6 months of somebody's life. A lot can happen within 6 months, but it's a pity that as far as Rivers State is concerned, those people are the mostly affected because the person that was brought in as the administrator is not from Rivers State, and you can't blame him because he's a sole administrator. He's going to, do whatever he wants to do based on his own understanding. Not only that, the duty of the State Assembly has been taken over by the National Assembly. I say the president has even playing the role of the governor, then appointing a representative who is a sole administrator. So whatever they do, if it is not well with the people or okay with the people, there is nothing they can do. But right now, that it seems as if the crisis is taking a new turn and then peace is coming into Rivers State. We want to believe that in the nearest future, Fubara will be returned to office, and then every other thing that has eluded the people can return to Rivers people. Keep liking our channels. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you share, and we'll continue to give you updates.